What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. You know, I was talking to George Macon the other night, and he's a good brother, man. Really, most of the time he don't know what he be talking about. But every now and then, the saying holds true. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. And I want to talk about this because he said, you know, one of the problems that a lot of black men have, it's not so much that, you know, the women are weave wearers or sandalers, wearing sandals, or even overweight. It's one of the fundamental problems is that they talk too much. Now, and this is talking about sisters, and I want to say this. Women in general tend to talk a lot, especially if they like you. And usually it's about nothing. And this is the reason why a lot of guys have to kind of hear those dreaded conversations in which, you know, many ladies, at least as men, we feel like they don't know what they're talking about. You know, they'll talk about, you know, world events or certain things and things they just heard, and they want to talk to you about it. And unfortunately, for those of you who have girlfriends and wives, you have to sit there and listen to this shit, right? But here's the difference now I've understood between dating women in Africa or women in African descent and African American women. The big fundamental difference is that they both talk. But when sisters from America talk, they be talking shit. All right? And, you know, just talking back at you as if like a fight is going to happen sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. And, but, you know, just, you know, the random bitch word can come out, you know, from a woman. Or what you gonna do about it, or, you know, stuff like that, right? Things that could catalyze the situation to escalate into something that ain't good. And it's talking that really challenges a man's masculinity. Like, let me explain what I'm talking about. If a woman is you know, you catch a woman cheating or stepping out on you or something like that, I mean, you just so happen to find out. Some guys can't get over that. But I think that if a woman is, you know, has been like nice and don't disrespect your manhood, I mean, even though cheating is that, I'm not saying there's a great chance for reconciliation, but there's more of a chance, right? But the problem is that when sisters talk shit to you, they come for your soul. I mean, literally. They can come for your entire masculinity. I mean, make you feel like a hoe. I mean, if any guy understands what I'm talking about, this is what we mean. It's like if we get into some kind of disagreement or argument, it can get personal for some guys to where they want to cry. And I don't feel like that. Like, you know, I've been dealing in the African American, I mean, dating in, I will say, in the African world, in the diaspora world, for about 5 or 6 years now. Because, you know, before, and I did have an African American relationship here in Poland. I had brought her here. But outside of that, I've never felt like I was talked to or down talked to as a man, even if I got a line. And we're going to keep it real. A lot of black men can get out of line. We can be petty. You brothers know me. You know me on my YouTube channel. I think that I'm very, I can be high strung. I can be out of my box, off my square sometimes. I can get emotional about, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that as a man. You know, I'm still very masculine in my frame. But if I feel like I got something I gotta say, I'm gonna say it. Okay? That don't make me no less than the person. If I get turned up, it's just what it is. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. You know? And that sometimes can be petty for a woman to deal with. I know that about myself. And the guy that's working with me with that, the brother can have a bad day and take it out on a lady and stuff like that. But I noticed that black women in America, African American women, they're not gonna put up with that shit. That's just for the most part, they ain't gonna put up with it. Like, they're ready to meet you right back where you at with that. Women in other cultures, and I think this is what black men like a lot, if I'm being honest. Black men know that if they have a rough day and feel like taking it out on whoever it is or just being whatever, most women will just not, they've been taught not to interact with it and let you be. But sisters from America, they'll be talking about a whole bunch of nothing, and then when they talk to you, their words hurt. Like, black women in America, words hurt. I mean, I'm talking about, I didn't got cussed out before in like 2002. I'm still mad about that today. That was like 19 years ago. I mean, sisters really know how to cut you deep. And I think we talk about when you talk too much, it's that talking that is meant to do something to a man to make him make a decision. To the point where I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to try to choke you, or I'm going to leave. And I think that, as I've gotten older, and unfortunately, I'm still petty. You guys can even see here on YouTube. But I think as I've gotten older, I think that what we have to understand is, this is a woman, this is your woman, this is a black woman. You can't talk to her like that. Okay? There's a way to say things. I can't even believe I'm saying it. But also, the reverse is true. He is a man. It's a certain way you got to talk to him. Because, see, ultimately, black men work on respect. Shout out to Dr. T.S. Johnson. We work on respect. And that's one thing that I want to talk about here is that one of the reasons why I'm so good at working with men in this community as far as content creators, I deal with a lot of men from every part of the black world. Brothers who interracially date, the conscious community, the business world. I deal with black men from everywhere in the world. From Nigeria, from Ghana, everywhere. Ultimately, what men are looking for at the end of the day is respect. And it's important for a man to feel appreciated. And you can't talk shit to a man who you expect is going to put himself on the line and love you and take care of you. Because he'll do it, but if another woman decides that she's not going to do that, and there are African-American women, it's just not in their personality to be aggressive like that. Some women it's just not in their personality to be like that. But if that man finds a woman like that, you're in jeopardy. Because some women can be very high strung as if a man is going to take that. And then, some men is going to be, with the physical stuff. Because they can't take that kind of verbal abuse. Maybe as they have with, from their mom before and so on and so forth. So I think a lot of guys, when we talk about they talk too much, it's not about talking about nothing. I think a lot of guys can understand. We can take that. Like, oh, she was just talking about nothing. I'll just pretend to listen, and well, hopefully she go to sleep early so I can, just go watch the game or anything. But it's that talking that's meant to argue or meant to fight, and I'm talking about, it's not for any reason. It's just to be vindictive, just to get it started, just to get it popping, So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell so you guys have first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high.